Vehicle speed sensors. They can be either a magnetic pulse generator or a Hall effect sensor. There's always a rotating tone ring, called a tone ring, but is actually an identifier, and it can be either a magnetic pulse generator or a Hall effect, two different types of signals. Both monitor that rotating ring, but they create different signals that are sent to the PCM. Here's the diagram. Notice there is no power feed wire. That's because it generates its own voltage signal. And there is no ground wire. The ground comes from being screwed into the body. The signal will be either high or low, or you might call it on or off, depending upon the type of sensor. The PCM then converts this signal and sends it to the speedometer and or the cruise control, depending upon the circumstances. Now, position speed sensors are very similar to speed sensors in that they report speed, but they can also be used to report a position, such as a cam position sensor. It reports the cam's position as well as the cam's speed. The tone ring rotates for speed, and the toe ring has a missing tooth, and that missing tooth indicates the position of the valves. The crankshaft position sensor does the same thing, except that it references the crankshaft position and pistons, and that way it can be used to identify which cylinder is misfiring. Here is a typical diagram for the Hall effect sensor. It has an 8-volt power supply that switches to a 5-volt switching signal. That signal then is the return signal and indicates the position, while the frequency of that switch would indicate the speed. Here's a typical diagram for a crank sensor. Again, the position is indicated by the notches, while the speed is indicated by the frequency.